Keyboards have gotten extremely affordable over the years, and I'm going to show you exactly why with the help of a few friends here. Now, what you're looking at here is actually the first keyboard I've ever used. It's the Zoom 65. And when it came out, this cost me $225. Granted, I've painted it, I've got new keycaps for it, but when it came out, it was all black, came with some basic switches and really poor quality keycaps. Again, $225. Gasket mounted, only wired connection, as well as 1000 hertz polling rate. But at the time, this was one of the best budget keyboards you could buy. And this is multiple years from now. And I paid all that money for it to sound kind of like a clacky, marbly mess. It's not a horrible sound by any means. Now at the time, this was a great deal. A lot of people were paying $300 or upwards of nice mechanical keyboards. Now this is a keyboard I just reviewed recently. This is the Monko 6102. It's an 1800 layout, and the thing that I really liked about this is that it's gasket mounted, it sounds fantastic, has tons of really nice layers to make the sound just right, and this was way more affordable. Sitting at around 118 bucks. That's it. This thing sounds great for $118. And again, that's no switches, no keycaps, no any of that, but full aluminum, great sounding, beautiful design. Now, let's go even further, shall we? This is a $100 mechanical keyboard that, again, I've painted and messed with over the years, but when I bought it, it was an Acco 9098, I believe, a retro edition, and it was completely gray, had these retro keycaps on it. It wasn't bad. You know, it had some standard red switches on it, but it cost me $100. Plastic frame, standard mounting style means that it's all strapped to the case, no gaskets, no lube, no fancy padding, nothing. But eventually, you know, I did paint and mod it and do some things that I wanted to do with it. But again, $100 when it first came out, okay? So now we get to unbox a new keyboard by Boyi. This is a $75 keyboard, okay? $75. Just remember one more time. $75. Look at this. Look at this. This is 75 bucks. I don't even know how you could charge $75 for this whole package. This is fully, that's my fingerprints are on there, fully aluminum, has every connection type, Bluetooth 5.0, 2.4 gigahertz connection, Mac and Windows switch on there, USB-C, RGB, comes with the keycaps and the switches, all for $75. The most insane thing about this is it sounds absolutely beautiful. The switches they have in here are pre-lubed. There's lots of padding. It's gasket mounted. Listen to this. It's all hot swap, which again, one of those aren't even a hot swap I showed you earlier. Keycaps are made of PPT and they're cherry profile as well. And it has N key rollover. And again, all the switches on here are south facing. Now, if you haven't heard me preaching about south facing switches, you always want south facing switches. And the big reason why is because keycaps won't be compatible with all the right switch types. So if anyone ever shows me a north facing switch, I usually turn them away because I have to have south facing. It's just how it works. You know, if I don't know and can't see the specs, I'll look at it, but when I find out it's north facing, I'm kind of like, it's not really good value. And the knob even has a tactile click to it. So this is absolutely beautiful and perfect for anything you need it to do, right? You have every color in the spectrum on this thing. It just looks absolutely beautiful. And it's heavy and it just sounds, listen to that. Sounds incredible. For $75. Now I do want to dissect this just a little bit. So let's go with that with me, will you? So as you can see in the bottom, there is a polycarbonate plate. So that means it's gonna mute a lot of the sounds that you're gonna hear from this keyboard. It sounds really good overall. And I think these switches are kind of mimicking jade linears. That's kind of what they're meant to look for, right? They're overall really pretty switches and they sound great and they're pre-lubed and they're linear, very smooth. And you can see in here too, so, oh my goodness, really? I don't know if you can see this, but in here as well, they have an actual lining on this pad right here. So there's a mod back in the day where you would put this on your PCB. It was kind of, what was it called? Like a packing foam mod. And basically it would mute the sounds a lot, make it sound fantastic, but you had to poke holes for each switch individually that you wanted to actually put in there. They put that in for you. They did that for you. They custom made that for you. That's the first keyboard I've seen with that mod before. That's not just like a film or something simple. That's the same packing foam that people used to do for mods. That's super impressive. So we'll just have to see if we can. Oh, and I forgot to mention the flex as well. So the flex so far seems to be really decent. Push in here, you should be able to see the board kind of flex a little bit. It's not fantastic, but it's very good for a lot of keyboards that say they're are flexible nowadays. There's quite a bit of room for it to move, you know, in comparison. Now the switches do feel probably about 50 grams of force on this. I'm guessing. I could not find specs for them online, but these are Boyi's own switches and they are pre-lubed. So they're putting in the work to have these made. Yes, so it is you can take it apart. There's screws in every corner here. Each corner is going to have a screw that takes apart the top and takes apart everything. But honestly, I don't think I need to take this apart. In the history of keyboards, almost every keyboard you bought, you'd take apart, you would mod, you'd make it look better, but it's gotten so good to the point where no longer need to do that. And all the legends are not perfect on this keyboard. It's not up to the snuff. This is a $75 keyboard. A lot of people pay hundreds of dollars or used to pay hundreds of dollars for their keycaps, and they've gotten so good at the cloning of the styles and of the actual legends that it's not really that necessary. You're getting a little bit crisper legends in comparison to something that you're paying $150 for, where I paid $75 for this entire package here, where they've got foam in between each layer, a film on the back, and keycaps and switches on everything. Absolutely insane. So if you're interested in this keyboard, this is the Boyi YK82, which I can highly recommend you pick up. And as of right now, this is the only color scheme they have, but I'd love to see some different designs and different keycaps you can get with. This is your $75 option. This is gonna sound absolutely magical, worth every penny. You don't need anything else. This is a complete package. Seriously fantastic. But let's go ahead and pull one more keyboard up. I know you guys are interested in this because I've actually already uploaded a video on this keyboard, but this is a different color. Look at this magnificent piece of art. Now, if you already noticed, the keycaps are exactly the same. That is exactly what they wanted to do to probably save a few bucks, but you're looking at a stark red, gorgeous mechanical keyboard. Now this is the GMK67, but what you're getting is a beautiful 65% package with the same Bluetooth 4.5, 2.4 gigahertz connection, and key rollover, south-facing switches, gasket-mounted board that you just got with the other one. The one thing I've already noticed between these two boards is that this keyboard does not have that foam mod I was talking about that's underneath here. That white foam plastic is not in here. It's just the keyboard. It does have a polycarbonate plate with flex cuts as well, and there's multiple layers of film. And this one's even easier to take apart, honestly. All you have to do is flip it on its back, unscrew all 6 screws, and you're good to go. Now, how have we gotten here so far? How have keyboards gotten so inexpensive? Well, the good thing is competition. If people don't tell you that competition is good, this is the first example of why it is. Every review on Amazon of this and every keyboard I've used from Boyi are fantastic choices. They're great, they're beautiful, they're sleek, they're well made. I love all the software because the software also lets you map each key, add macros, just like you'd expect with everything. Competition drove us to this point. In the beginning of keyboards, it was mostly all custom vendors making custom designs and making things that they wanted to in small batches, and you had to kind of, order through these batches and collect them one by one. It was really difficult at the beginning to kind of jump into it because everybody had to spend $400 to $500 per keyboard that was any decent. If there's a budget build, it was probably about $150 still without any keycaps and out any switches, just the build alone. So this has made it super accessible for anyone to jump into the hobby and get a really compelling option. Like, I've used the fancier keyboards before. I've used up to about a $300 keyboard. Hey, sorry, I know this B-roll, it looks really pretty and this keyboard's gorgeous, but I have to interrupt this video with our sponsor, PC Bros. Thanks for sponsoring this video once again. You guys rock. Are you looking for a new PC, working with a budget, or looking for a high-end gaming system? Or maybe you're interested in the amazing world of PC VR. PC Bros might be able to help make that dream come true. PC Bros is a pre-built PC company founded by Matt and Jackson of Toasty Bros. They created this company for gamers and tech enthusiasts alike. They have everything from upgraded office PCs for those on a tight budget, to high-end custom builds featuring the latest and greatest 4000 series graphics cards and Ryzen 7000 series chips. They offer a 1-year warranty on all their parts and labor and up to 30 days return policy, which is a fantastic policy for a pre-built PC company. Now, I was just doing a quick price comparison to their PCs to see how much their markup is using PC Builder, and honestly, it's super minimal. Sometimes close to $100 on most of these devices, which when you're considering in your 1-year warranty, tech support, and running a business in this economy, that's honestly a pretty good deal. If you want to check out PC Bros, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Thank you, PC Bros, for sponsoring this video. If you are satisfied with a mechanical keyboard that's aluminum, that has gaskets, and feels and sounds fantastic, look at the flex on that. This is something you can roll with. And Boyi didn't pay me to do this review by any means. This is just, they sent their keyboards to me because they always always like to, and I always like to receive them and do reviews on them because they're just so great, and I love to share it with my viewers because a lot of you guys aren't in the market for that $500 collector markets. A lot of you are just starting out looking for something you want to start with that would be good for your office, good for, you know, working from home, because everyone apparently uses those Dell flat keyboards that I threw mine in the trash, and I told work I was sorry, but it cost them about $5, so it wasn't a big deal. But if it wasn't for companies trying to compete with that market and capture that lower end, we would not have beauties like this. We really would not. We wouldn't be where we are today. And these are not the only keyboards that they offer. They do have other models. They have north-facing switches sometimes. Some of them you do need to check. They do list them on their sites, unlike a lot of other companies, because they know how important that is based on the feedback I've given them for all my videos. These are two really compelling options, especially the YK82 here. A 75% board for this price, feeling and sounding this good. If I had to pick one of these for you guys, it's gonna be this one. This is the one I think you should pick up right now. There's even discounts you can grab online as I'm talking about it. So if you're interested in the YK82 or the GMK67 by Boyi, look in the description down below. All my affiliate links will be down there for Amazon. You can get these on Amazon. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and come back for more. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thanks for watching Lucky Strike Tech. Love you guys.